Om Bhagwan Shri Satya Sai Bhavai Namah. Dear brothers and sisters, Sai Ram. Thinking of Swami transports us back into the Prashanti Nilayam for all those 38 long years that we've been going there, having the darshan of our beloved Swami. Oh my God, it's become a lifetime memory in our mind. Bas nigahe jhuka li, mulaqat hogi. The way he used to come, when the music used to be played in Prashanti Nilayam, Swami used to gently walk through the gate, come in front of the ladies' side, the gents' side, slowly, gently. Look at his feet. Sometimes, his robe would be covering his feet. Sometimes, not covering his feet. We have darshan, his charan, and then we look at him smiling, gently smiling, pleasing face, infinitely blissful. And then how Swami used to walk, and all that actions that he used to do. It's a memory, a lifetime memory for all of you, all of us who have had the fortune of having his darshan all the time. There have been umpteen number of experiences. They're all mentioned there in the book that Swami made me an instrument to write. In fact, the pen or hand may be mine, but the words are his. The experiences that he gave are a treasure. In short, I can say one thing. With all those divine memories of the Sagun form of God, the divine form of God, in the form of Sri Satya Sai Baba, as you all have seen, we all have seen, he had given us many interviews. In one of the interviews, he used to give us interviews in the last, so that we could, that he could be with us for a longer time. And in one of the interviews, everybody had gone out. I was probably the last one, so I folded my hand. I said, Swami, yes. Swami, we have a picture of Swami standing in our drawing room. And when I go on a flight, Swami, I touch your feet, and then I go on a flight. He says, Sharma. You're such an old devotee of mine. Arey Baba, I am not in the picture. I am in your heart. And the moment he said that, and that impacted me. I came and thought about it. Yes, what he said is what we realize. He is a permanent resident of our heart. Sarva bhutarantaratma. Har bhuto ke andar, in all beings, all living beings, everybody, anybody who has a pran, life force, is a living being. In his heart, in the mind, of course, in the form of Swami, in the heart is the love of Swami as love, peace and bliss. And then something very nicely he said. He said, these pictures of deities that you see are drawn by his concept of the charitra, the character of the divinity, be it Ram, Krishna, Shri or Sai, and then it is painted by an artist like Raja Ravi Verma. But these pictures stay in a mind for a short while and then it tends to fade away. But what remains is the result, fruit of the devotion that you have had at his lotus feet. Another thing of very important thing is that in Bombay at that time, in Dharamkshetra, in 1968, 17th of May, Swami was giving a discourse on the Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba Seva. The conference was going on, and in that, at the end of the session, he says, you are very fortunate that you are getting a darshan of Swami so freely, easily, and these darshans were very durlabh, very, even the rishis and munis of the past, they had to do a lot of tapas, dhyanam, And then by the grace of God that he used to give darshan, like he gave darshan to Ma Shabri and all these saints and sages in the Aranyak Sopan in the Ramayana chapter 3 if you read. And then here you're getting it so easily. He says every time, remember, every time in your bhajans, after the bhajans are over, the way I walk in front of you, remember, my energy flows. Be silent, he says. Remember, my energy flows from me to you. If you are silent, receptive, your mind is constantly tuned on me, on my face, on my name and form, then my energy changes your inner self, changes your inner personality, changes your consciousness, and makes a change in your self. That's great. The moment if you start thinking apart from God, or from God at that moment of the world, for example, then my energy returns back to me and it doesn't make any the effect upon you. So basically the message is, after the bhajans, we must stay tuned to the form of Swami and on the form of Swami. At the same time, when we close our eyes, the form should remain in our mind as well, and that will bring us peace, tranquility and all. How to prepare our mind to be deserving for His grace? भाई कुछ तो करना पड़ता है ना, अपनी भी तो एफर्ट करनी होती है ना. We have to make our own efforts. So we have to discipline our life, ourselves. How? We should get rid of all those negativities from our mind, like the when we look outside into the world, and the world is so attractive, our senses go out searching for the object that we like, and we get attached to them. That is moha, attachment. And the moment we get attached to them, a desire evolves. When the desire comes, and then you want to get the object to fulfill your desire. The objects of senses are the outside world, outside objects, be it things or beings. And then when the desire is fulfilled, then you want to get it more and more, greed develops. And as more and more greed develops, you get more and more engrossed into the world. And then if there is an obstruction between you and the object of your desire, there is an obstruction, and then you get krodha, anger. And that's how anger comes. And when anger comes, it covers your intellect. It veils your intellect. And when the intellect is veiled and intellect is sort of destroyed, then what happens to this body? Consider this body as a chariot. And if all the five senses are like the horses, the reins are the mind, and the one who is sitting to control the mind is the Sarathi. And that Sarathi makes Swami as Sanatan Sarathi, like Arjuna made Sri Krishna as his Sarathi. And he'll keep us on the right track. So, how to be eligible, how to be deserving for His grace is, first we should learn to keep our senses under control, exercises, and then after that the mind under control, yes, and the senses, withdraw the senses, outgoing senses, withdraw them and hold it to one single point of concentration on the name and form of the Lord, so that it doesn't tend to go out. There's a very nice example. If the cow finds green pastures in the compound of his master, will it go out for grazing into the other person's fields? No, it will not. So if the mind finds peace and bliss within yourself, it will not go out into the world to look for happiness or worldly or sensual pleasure. No, it will stay there. How to keep the mind steady, make it steady and peaceful. And that is, for that, Swami has prescribed very nicely in his book, Sai Baba Gita, you do meditation. we must have everybody has heard the various kinds of meditation. It could be sitting there quietly and silently, looking at the tip of a candle, move it around, take it all over your senses, and wherever the light goes, that gets purified, and then that doesn't go in the wrong way. There's a full procedure of doing a meditation on the candle, the tip of the candle, lighted candle, yes, of course. And there is another thing that you chant the name of the Lord that appeals to you the most. Om Bhagwan Shri Sat Sai Babai Namo, Om Namo Shivaya, Om Krishnaye Namaha, Om Shri Satya Sai Babai Namaha, or simply chant like the Upanishads say, or chant an Om. The shortest name of God is Om because the whole universe is in the form of Om. It comes, stays, goes away like the waves upon the ocean. They keep on coming and keep on going and keep on merging. So this world will keep on going on as it is. And then for us, how to remain peaceful in this changing world is to be connected with that which is completely unchangeable, that is within us, that is Bhagwan, Shri Satya Sai Baba, we call him by that name, or Lord of the universe, and ocean of love and ocean of peace. For that we must train our mind to be silent. And how do we train our mind? Is find early morning hours, personal quiet time, PQT, and then sit silently and we chant Om. These are the stages of our life as well. Beginning, and then rising, growing, steady, and then declining, disease, decay, and the final curtain. So, in that phase of the life given to us, this period, how we live, we learn from Swami. Like Swami says, my life is my message. And whatever his teachings that he's given to us in his life, we take any of his teachings, one teaching at a time, think upon it, contemplate upon it, assimilate it, and अपने मन के अंदर, चरित्र के अंदर उसको ढाल लो, put it into practice. And each teaching that he says. And so we chant this name, they chant the name of Om, and then, there is something very nice about this meditation. Mind is, of course, very difficult to control. And Krishna says so in the Gita. Arjuna says so in the Gita. And Krishna accepts. He says, yes. Arjuna, I know mind is like a vayu ki tarah hai, chanchal hai, like monkey mind. It's very difficult to control. But it can be controlled by vairagya, dispassion, and detachment, non-attachment, and abhyasam. Constant practice, it can be controlled. If the mind cannot be controlled, then what can be controlled? How can it be controlled? Is look at your breath. Your breath can be controlled. Look. We can control our breath from quick breath to slow down our breath. The mind, the way we can control our breath, if we attach our outgoing mind with the breath, the outgoing breath and the incoming breath, if we attach totally with the breath and we slow down our breathing slowly and slowly, our mind also tends to abide in peace. That is the way to control the mind, by the breathing exercise. It is very effective. Very effective. So slowly and slowly, not only our breathing becomes slower, more peaceful, and along with this the mind that is attached, and the mind also tends to follow the breathing, and it becomes slowly, shantam, shantam, shantam. This regular practice every day and enables us to find stability in the mind. And such a person who has developed this awareness, this constant awareness of silence in the mind, like 2 ohms, there is a space of silence. See, the space between 2 ohms is the silence. With a little practice, it'll be easy for you to space out the ohms and stay tuned to the silence in between, and that is your true nature. वो तुम्हारा स्वभाव है. That is your nature of peace and bliss, and stay there, and that becomes your permanent resident there. And you give it any name the moment you're silence, and that is the presence of God within you. You know, like it is said, the proof of rain is in the wetness of the ground. Similarly, the proof of devotion is how much silence, peace a devotee has gained. And that is the proof. So we must introspect and see whether I am peaceful or I am still disturbed by the outside influences, provocations, agitations. We need to do more of this sadhana, spiritual practice, meditation, and at the same time seek the grace of the Lord, do bhakti at the feet of the Lord. And Swami says, you take 1 step, I'll take 10 steps. So we show our the inclination, and Swami has the time. So the very nice thing about the Gita says, in this the Arjuna asked, how can we all the time think about you, O Lord? So the Arjuna, Krishna says very nicely in the 7th chapter, in the first shloka, he says, Maya asakta manaha, मेरे मन के अंदर अपने मन को, मेरे फॉर्म के अंदर मेरे अपने मन को आसक्त करो. Be attached to me with my form, and your mind attached to my form within me. I shall always abide in you. फिर तेरे को मेरे को याद करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, because I all the time will be there within your heart. So today we just conclude here. Enough blessings of Bhagwan Shri Satya Sai Baba, and we thank him, and we always look at his charming, pleasing face, and then we always, seek his love and blessings. Remember one thing. Now, of course, in meditation we learn the self-realization. Approach anubhuti ho jati hai na, jab when you realize yourself that you are still there in spite of the body, in spite of the mind or the intellect or anything, you are by yourself as Sat Chit Anandam. But uske andar there is a little flaw in it. When you think you become wise, there is something that creeps in silently. And that what creeps in silently is the ego. I know. I realize myself. The I-ness, minus still stays. And that is the effect of Maya. So to effect of the Maya, we must go to the Mayapati. And that is why we need to do bhakti, naam smarana, उनकी कथा प्रसंग में आनंद लेना, और उनकी भजन कीर्तन अर्चनम वगैरह सब कुछ करते रहना, और उनकी कृपा पात्र बने रहना, और उनके सिवाय और कोई नहीं. एक स्वामी आपका ही एक सहारा है, आप ही हमारे रिफ्यूज हो. यू आर ऑल इन ऑल. आपको जब वो निगाह आपकी ऐसी कर देते हैं, तो उसके अंदर जहाँ भी देखो आपको परमात्मा स्वामी भगवान ही नजर आते हैं. आपकी दृष्टिकोण ही चेंज हो जाता है कि अगर वो अंदर दिल में वो शांत स्वभाव, आनंद स्वरूप, वो प्रेम स्वरूप जब भगवान जब अंदर प्राकट्य हो जाता है, तब उनको सोचने की आवश्यकता नहीं रहती है. आप हमेशा, यू आर ऑल द टाइम एट पीस विद योर सेल्फ. लव योर ओन सेल्फ. loves Swami. And Swami says, look, I and you are one. But you have to qualify to become one with me by eradicating all those negative qualities in you and develop universal, unconditional love. Love all, he says, and then I shall abide in you for all the time. Even Shri Baba also said, this 5 feet 4 inches you think is Sai Baba? No. I reside in the butter-soft hearts of all people. So all we're talking about is butter-soft heart, like that of the gopis. So how do we develop the butter-soft heart? Is to remove all the negatives in us and put Mangal Bhavan, Amangal Hari, and then we Bhagwan ka naam lekar ke, and be as simple as the gopis and gopalas of Krishna time, and like all the devotees and the students of Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba, and the way they love Bhagwan with all love and devotion, like you all love Bhagwan Sri love and devotion, बस उन्हीं का ध्यान मन में, उनका फॉर्म मन में, मुंह पर भगवान का नाम, any name you find, Ram, Ram, Ram. How easy it? It rhymes very well with the breath. You know, like Gandhiji always used to chant Ram, 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 Ram. And you know, even while he was sleeping, the voice used to come. So you see, it gets ingrained in you. Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram. Constant remembrance of the name of the God, name of Bhagwan, name of Krishna, name of Sai Baba is the only way we can go across this world, the ocean of attraction, and this sansar se, liberation we get. Liberation means living here like the lotus leaf, living there wherever you are, but nothing affects you, nothing agitates you, nothing provokes you. You maintain your peace and tranquility. And such a person, in the Gita, Sri Krishna says in the shloka 19th of the 12th chapter, such a person is called a Sthir Mati chapter. In the chapter 2nd also, shloka 48, Bhagavan Shri Krishna says, Arjun, be a yogi, be a Sthir Mati, Sthir, constant, Mati, mind, steady mind. And Shri Krishna says, be a man of wisdom. Sai Baba also says, master your mind and become a mastermind. इसमें शक्ति हमें चाहिए भगवान की, उनकी शक्ति के बिना ही जैसे हनुमान थे, ज्ञानी थे, ज्ञान गुण सागर, फिर भी भगवान की ही सेवा और उन्हीं के काम करने में जो उनको आनंद आता था, वही आनंद हम लोगों को भी आता है। जो भी हम काम करते हैं अब अपना धर्मों के अनुसार, उससे यही समझ के करना चाहिए हम भगवान की सेवा कर रहे हैं, सबको प्रेम से, और जिसकी भी सेवा हो सके तन मन धन से कैसे भी उसकी भी आप सेवा करें, ये भगवान का, स्वामी का ये आदेश है। तो इसलिए हम गायत्री मंत्र का भी उच्चारण करें, ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। In short, O Lord of the universe, please, we pray to you, please cleanse my mind, put in, please give me good divine virtues in it, and of what simple, humble, sweet nature, compassion, tolerance, understanding. These are the good qualities. And then keep my mind on the right track. धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्। इसलिए भगवान की शरण में रहना, भगवान की भजन कीर्तन करते रहना, उन्हीं के कृपा पात्र बना, उन्हीं का अधिकारी बनकर, और उनके चरणों का आश्रय लेकर के, और वही जैसे श्री कृष्ण ने 18वें चैप्टर के अंदर ही said in 66 श्लोका, सब धर्म परित्यज्य मामेकम शरणम व्रज। अपने धर्म, आइस सेंसेस का धर्म होता है, दे नेचुरली लुक आउट। माइंड का धर्म होता है मनन, ऑल द टाइम थिंकिंग, संकल्प विकल्प आते रहते हैं, दैट माइंड कॉन्स्टेंटली लाइक ए वेव। बुद्धि इज ऑल द टाइम एनालाइजिंग, इज डूइंग इंटेलेक्चुअल्स, ऑल दिस बिजनेस all that surrender at my lotus feet, I shall liberate you from all sins. That is the promise of Bhagwan. भगवान भी यही कहने आए थे, and he said something very nicely in this book also, कि I have come here to give you everything that you want. Did he not give us the rings and the watches and the vibhutis, and he cured us of many diseases and everything, but he said, what I came to here to give you, that one day you be ready to receive what I came here to give you. And what he came here to give all of us is that his ever presence in our heart as peace, universal, unconditional love and devotion. That is his greatest boon. सबसे बड़ा भगवान का दान है भक्ति का. भक्ति का दान, भगवान के चरणों की भक्ति मिल जाए, nothing like it. That keeps us on the right track. And भगवान ये जीवन बहुत सरल तरीके से, प्यार से, प्रेम से, सद्भाव से भगवान के कर्म कार्य करते हुए ये बड़ा अच्छा निकल जाएगा, है ना. जैसे गुरु नानक देव ने बोला ना, हुक्म रजाई चलना, भगवान की मर्जी से, उनके हुक्म से, जो अंदर से जो उनका स्वधर्म जो हमारे को बताया, जैसे कृष्ण ने अर्जुन को बताया, इसी तरह से भगवान हर एक के हृदय में रह करके, एंड ही इज द गाइड इन द हार्ट्स ऑफ ऑल पीपल. वही हमारे सनातन सारथी हैं, वही हमारे प्रशांति निलयन निवासी हैं, और वही हमारे भगवान श्री सत्य साईं बाबा हैं. इनके ही आश्रय है हमारा, इन्हीं के चरणों की भक्ति, भजन कीर्तन किसी तरह से जैसे भी हो, बस इनका ध्यान वो रहे, और इन मुंह के ऊपर इनका नाम, मन के अंदर इनका रूप, और ये हाथ ये जो है ये इनके काम के अंदर है ना. बस ये हमारे भगवान से ये प्रार्थना है. भगवान की असीम कृपा. जय साईं राम, जय साईं राम.